Okay, so this is the equipment that you need to play our Invisible Buildings game, but this is not really the video that tells you about how to make them. This is more about the evolution. It's more of a sort of thing about our design philosophy that's gone on in creating equipment as it is. Using bits of plumbing pipe is actually quite a nice way of making things. The idea actually came because looking at photographs of GeoPhys equipment, this looked as though they were made out of plumbing pipes, so that was one of the reasons that we started off using them. And we started off, first of all, using these connections. It's a clever system, but not one that is child-proof, and unfortunately not one that is child-proof. They have a bit that fits on a rubber bit, little washer behind it. It goes on there, and this screws on to there. You lock it into place, and so the whole equipment was actually made out of these bits and pieces. The trouble is that everyone found it hard to put them together. They would invariably come off when the children started pulling at them. So they've gone out the window. We're now using a solvent welded system. They're much nicer, they're also cheaper, and so if you are making them, this is to go. But we've gone and refined the process even more because we've been using these, and we had found that we were still using some of the other connectors, and I think I've now got probably the best way for the time being of using these. This is our metal detector. You'll notice the very clever, slightly frisbee-like fitting up to the end there. And when we supply the equipment, or when it's made, one should start off with a metal detector and an H-shape for the GeoPhys equipment. We'll talk more about the blue ball later on. This is the phone. We'll be moving over to tablets soon, but the thing could be put on the end there or on the side there, depending on what you were doing. So, starting off the game, one would use just this piece of equipment, the metal detector. One metal detects like that. And then when you finish doing that, you unscrew the bit from there. Take it off there, and it then goes into here, and the same screw that held it in place can be used to hold this in place. Well, funny enough, this sort of usually fits in quite tightly, but I reckon if it's played a lot, it's going to wear down a bit. And again, the sort of children in their excitement do tend to pull things apart. So the bolt would go through there again. And one of the other interesting things about this is it was never sort of particularly planned for doing this, but it's been quite good. It gets quite a lot out of the children doing things as teamwork. It takes more than one child to hold this. One child normally works the phone, computery part of equipment, and the other children will hold this. So they can work as a team, and it means you need less bits of equipment there, because they're all with a team of, say, 4 children. They've actually all got something to do. So this is the equipment. I shall rotate it around as it looks for the GeoPhys. Probably a child here, a child there, and another one on the end there. When they finish playing that game, this comes apart. This is going to be a bit like Tomorrow's World, where the demonstration goes wrong. But I have confidence in the pipes. Or do I? This could be filed out a little bit more. Not terribly professional. this, you get the idea. These two bits come apart, and for the moulding in game, you can put one of those aside. This one goes into here, a bolt through it there, and then we use this thing which is the blue ball. The blue ball always generates a lot of interest when we start working with this. This one's actually quite a loose bit because it's got different sort of pipe on it. And then the children, one child at the end, a couple of children holding the post up, and they go, try not to knock everything off the piano, it goes round and round, and they do the drilling with that. So there we've got, very easily, from a couple of pre-assembled bits, much easier to create the third bit, the complete set of equipment for the game Invisible Buildings. This is Richard Varman for LocoMatrix, signing off for now.